Alright, we gotta be fast. So we take a lot of risks. Probably not this one, though. That one sounds like a deal. Kill 10 enemies in under 30 seconds. No. I'm already taking 10 to 20 damage now, and then I need some equipment, please. We're looking for spell stuff, I guess. It's a game that led me to find your channel. Oh, no kidding, huh, Gandalf? I had no idea. I assume most people are Hades babies. Hades babies. Guy plays games that appeal to me and is a super dork and with an equally dorky chat. How dare you? My current spell is not great. All right. Dorky my behind. You're here for the Simpsons trivia, I know the truth. Woo! Give me the equipment, yes please. Bum bum ba da 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 dun 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 dun. Hades. Came for the indie game, stayed for the Simpsons trivia. Nice. That makes me feel better. It actually does. Come here. Up, up. I'm always shocked when someone's like, wait. You found this place not because of Hades? Ow. Bum, 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 bum. Bonk, bonk. How do I already have so much mana? Oh, did I take plus mana, not plus spell damage? Oh, that might have been what it was. That's fine, too. Anima. Alright, we gotta hurry. Whee! From a bar braid, stuck around for the hats? Nice. It's already been, like, I can't believe it, but I think I haven't subbed the Barb for like 14 months already. It feels like only recently. The first time I was really watching a Barb stream is when he got a world record in that Enter the Gungeon category. Like, I just turned it on, so it's like, check out this guy, he plays a lot of the same games I do. I already knew about him from like Mario from forever ago, but yeah. And I was like, holy crap, you just got a world record while I was watching. The category you invented? I didn't find that out till later, but I was super impressed at the time of. I was super impressed, like, wow, this guy's legit. Chomper, chomper, chomper. Why can't I cast? Oh, I have no mana. That might be why. Chomp. Chomp! Oh. Just use it. He has a lot of health left still, I gotta say. There we go. Yeah, he is very good about it, yeah. All right, periodic generates 5 mana. Ugh. I think I'll take Manic Monday for the damage, because that'll affect spell damage too, at least. So that should be good at least. Another anima, that's fine. I gotta keep an eye out for secrets. All right, I'm hurrying. You ever forget you're doing a speed run? This way. Ba-na-na-na, bum 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 bum. Oh, come on, let me up. Are you kidding? Hello? Yay. Alright, that's fine, I guess. Bum, 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 bum. Ooh. Applies intoxicated. Wait. Quick injuries by grain. No, this isn't what I thought. Or replace shockwave with it. But it's not good. Welcome, Fizz. As a curse reroll, allows gives us one reroll on an upgrade. Let me think here. Go this way, I think. Feeling quite weak right now. Haven't really gotten any. Haven't got enough skill tree upgrades really. Think about using an anima soon. Alright, here we go. I need some help here. Reduce spells mana cost by 10%. You know, we're gonna go big. Heal plus 10 damage. Anima heals become 50% less effective. I already feel like animas barely heal, to be honest. Big time. Go my choppers. So all damage does a flat 10 more now. So if we can get something that hits quick rapidly, it'll be very good, obviously. Da, da, da. All right, that's a big heal. Let's use a regular one. Yoink. I said yoink. And the pill gives me like a damage buff, but you take damage for it to make it happen. It looks like the shops are guaranteed right before the bosses. Maybe just on the last zone or two. Meta for speedrunning this, I think. I think we kind of had it once. There's a couple spells. It's mostly spells, I think. So that's how we recycle something there. Plus 15 mana. Healing orb. I think that's an anima, but for some reason they call it something else, and I don't want that. I'll take the plus mana. Boom, boom, boom. Mosquitoes are bees with plus damage and mana on hit. Yeah, that sounds right, Museus. That's how I remember too. What's the bet for anyway? Lead is very good as well. Yeah, I had that in the last run, but I just couldn't get it going. I don't think the cloaks are up to the same snuff as spells, is what I was getting at there. Come here, Brad. A lot of mana, just bad spells. I'm just gonna use this. Ba-da-bum. I feel like this is an easier boss in terms of dodging, but tends to go slower because I don't know. You're just not at a high power level, which all makes sense. Not a complaint, just an observation. Retaliate generates 100 mana. Gain inflation. Deals bonus damage to attacking enemies. Deal bonus damage by changing weapons in the middle of a combo. That's not good. I don't think Deathblock's very good. Gain a plus 100% mana regen sounds pretty dang good though. Go that way. Yeah, second one is the sludgy grime one, right? Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Plus 10 damage for 10 minutes. Sure, let's go. And try to be faster. Wow, that's so tight. To get to the food processing, 5 minutes is really tight. Use a file with only runnable weapons / magic unlocked to reduce RNG. Potentially. Museus would know more about it. Be careful when you go on break pause. Harry is refereeing a competition to see who's the biggest coffee drinker between Terry and Joe. Too much excitement for me. Oh, wrong way. Yeah, I mean, the game's early access, so it's not like I expect them to cater to that scene, especially right now. I'm hoping they'll be willing to listen to some feedback about some potential things around that. So the contracts at the start make it pretty... It's not that big of a deal, I think, anymore, actually. Because the contracts at the start of the run make it pretty consistent. At least that's what Ryan was saying. High five from Ryan, that is. I think before that, it might have been a little rough. Okay... I need a better spell really bad, so I'm going this way. Something I hope the team adds for the full release. Well, they already gave us the difficulty levels. Like big features? I don't know. I kind of like permanent upgrades myself in these games. And I'm not huge on alternate bosses and mini bosses and zones. I'm actually okay with just kind of one for each and call it a day, personally. I know some people are really big about it. That's a good question. I kind of like the weapons. I like the different weapons. I hope they expand on the scythe system that they have going on. Bees! I think we got the thing, chat. I spent all my mana, though. Ooh, dang, you hit me? Oh, my gosh. Bees don't go through walls? Why did I think they went through walls? Bees better than mosquitoes, did you know that? Bees with plus 10 damage seems OP. Nice, and we go right to a control room. Bees! Custom mode? Yeah, where you could, like, kind of pick stuff might be... That would probably be pretty cool to have. I bet that could be on their radar. They're faster and they deal more damage. Do I spend the Prismium now? I think I just do, because I don't have the souls for it. What a ball? I don't know. Please choke for me. Hey, we got the bees, you know? Against all known laws of aviation. Is it true they don't know how bees fly still, kinda? Or is that mockingbirds? Not mockingbirds, hummingbirds I'm thinking of. Or is that sort of in the past now? I need more mana stuff. Retaliate permanently gain +1 mana. Max mana. Bad, 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 bad. Well, I guess it is that one. It's an urban myth? Okay. Bees! Would you behave? Ah. Scary. Slay more. I should put that in the recycle slot because it... Oh, I didn't have any. Even better. Ooh, lifesteal. Gotta hurry, though. RJ Baron. What's up, Goonie? At one point they didn't, but that was like the 1800s. And I still believed it 200 years later. Okay. I need, like, gain mana on hit or whatever it is. That's a big one. And just more damage, too. But actually, the mana on hit does equate to damage. Saw this. Nice, we got our anima back. Beautiful. Oh, this is a new one. Wow. Even more mini-bosses. Ow. More bees? All right. Plus 25% mana. Termination generates 25 mana. Also quite good for us. Plus mana hit is locked at top of the green tree now. Gotcha. Interesting. Gain transfer. Deals bonus damage after a dash. Periodic heal 1 HP. Let's go for this. Just speed it up. It's not good for a boss, but the little enemies should be quite good, right? It's goofy things like this that bring me joy when I play games, I gotta say. Rip your ovals, yeah. Dun, 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 dun. All right, we got to recycle the Slaymore and the Chopper because I'll just literally never use it now. So just get rid of it. Max HP. Worth it for 55? Yeah, I'm gonna say no in case I find another control room soon. Watch me accidentally sell the bees. I'm really worried about that. I was actually really worried. Quite concerned. All right, Grimy. Dun, 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 dun. Kind of spent too much mana. You don't want to go to 0 because it takes longer for the regen to start up. Ow. I didn't have the ultimate up and ready, so this fight's not going to go as well. Or as quickly, rather. Ah, I tried. Alright, I should probably heal. I meant to use the bees. No! Ugh. That did not go well, I'd say. Where's Andrew and Dealer Scott? They'll probably be here. That hurt. Spells deal 3 more damage, right? Infuse launches a homing missile. What's better here? It's probably not 3 damage per hit. That's just not that much. But an extra homing missile, especially with all the flat damage we have, that should be crazy. That should be pretty insane. Yeah, that was close. I'm a bit scared. What the? What's going on here? Hold your breath, boss. The competitors are staying sharp. They're weighing each other up. And we're off. The 18th edition of Coffee Rally has just begun. Jerry's off a strong start with Robusta. But he's not the only one with something brewing. Joe's taking a shot of cappuccino. Oh yes, a meeting of champions promising to even have... Glug, glug, glug. Let's refill the fridge, maybe. Plus 50 HP for a little while, and I'll buy an anima. I think. Sure, I don't know. Yeah, there you go, Rad. Upgrade green curses we need. Dun, 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 dun. And I win in under 21 minutes. Ooh, that's gonna be tough. Why aren't you taking damage? Are you shielded at times or something? What's the deal? Okay. Only 2 more zones. Change my hat? Antog's trying to get me to throw it here. I knew it. Trying to distract me. Don't worry, I'll wait for an elevator. There, hat changed. Oh no, my headset turned off. Oh no. Oh, it's not coming back on. Oh my gosh. I can't hear anything. I'm alone with my thoughts right now, and it's disturbing to say the least. Get up. All right. Oh, come on, Andy. Hold on. I gotta use a heal. Oh, shoot, I used the wrong one. The bees would have been so much better. Very close. Turn it on. Please turn on headset. Thank you. Spells deal plus 50% damage. I don't have a reroll. Is that the top of the tree? It's not, nowhere near. I don't care about the dash cooldown. I'm gonna use a heal for 8? It only healed me for 8. You gotta be kidding. All right, the spells deal a lot more now. This way. How is it? Does it compare to everything? Yeah, it's got the movement kind of similar to... Oh, I turned my headset off. I'm an idiot. It feels like it's maybe in terms of like the actual combat, roguelike Hollow Knight. You know, it's early access, so it's not perfect, but it's pretty damn good for an early access game. Especially the price is like $15 originally. It's 10% off right now. I'm pretty sure I saw something. Fuck, I didn't. Saw nothing. I know, I got Simpsons trivia. Okay. Okay. All right. There's an episode where an ant passes away in the Simpsons family. It is Marge's aunt. What was that ant's name? Infuse, regenerate. Oh! That's good. Death Priest. Gladys is true. I had a tough follow-up to that. In that episode, Marge's mother's name is mentioned. What is Marge's mother's name? Yeah, that's pretty much GG, because now I can just spam. Marge Senior. Oh, you got me. Jackie. Her name is Jackie. I never heard it in any other episode. It's possible they said it, but I just know that. Yeah, it's Jackie, at least in that episode. It's possible it's changed. You know what's interesting? The street address for the house changes all the time in the show. What would... Do you know the most commonly used one, or seemingly the most commonly used one? Hey, Andrew. 742. That's the most common one. But I actually noticed in an early episode, it's when Bart pranks Moe, and then and then Moe gets mad as normal, right? And then Bart tells him their address because he wants to get Jimbo in trouble because Jimbo's smooching with the babysitter. And I think he says the address is 1094. It's just like, wow, I've never heard that before. Ow. I can still die. They use 742 for some non-Simpsons addresses too. Yeah, I think you're right. I'll take this. Potentially recycle something if I have to. Otherwise, maybe I can find that heal. I don't know why I would ever use my scythe again, but I feel like I keep trying to want to. I do want to upgrade the bees one more time, but more so I'd probably like to upgrade the shop and see if I can get some useful stuff out of that. I'd say that was pretty good. I don't even care about it. Just go. Nope, don't care. Whoop. I'm gonna say upgrading the bees might not actually be the highest priority. That could be stupid. I hate that they gave me both. The bees are already level 2. That's what I'm thinking. I don't have anything to sell. Let's upgrade the shop. Potentially after I buy this. Plus 15 mana. Take the heal. Upgrade Chapo. Your heal for 100 is too much. Get 1 curse. Termination grants a heal of 1. Let's do that. Try to protect ourselves a little bit. That's fine. And I'll buy the Prismium in case I do see the control room. All right. Change hat cooldowns far too long now. I have no other way to influence things. There's probably certain questions you could ask me that would severely distract you, but I can't say what they are. Second to last boss here. Bees! Not a no-hitter, I already got hit. Why aren't you dead? There we go. Favorite Zelda? Probably Link to the Past. Gonna have to try harder than that. Go plus 10 damage per anima? Alright, don't use animas anymore. They barely heal me anyway. Not the bees! When I cook outdoors, I don't. Alright, so now we just buy animas so that I get the plus 30 damage per hit, by the way. That is how that works. Nobody likes Skyward Sword. Link's Awakening, probably the worst. Don't even start Bally. Link's Awakening is so much like Link to the Past. It can't be that bad. Does anyone use a griddle over a grill, really? I've never even heard of that debate. I'll take that for the 8.261012 healing. Why am I not gaining any charge here? You see that? That's odd, right? I didn't know it was so scripted. What do you got for me? No, taking damage no longer interrupts your combos. Your shop grants you a heal. Sure, whatever. Shop prices increase. I don't plan to go back. Best way to cook tofu. I wish I knew, because I feel like when wife and I make tofu, it's never like what we expect. HR office is fine. I tried it with the air fryer. We tried baking it. I've tried pan frying with like a thick sauce. Yeah, I think I've just kind of resounded to the fact that resigned. Resounded. It's about what I pair with the tofu more than the tofu itself. Kind of tofu. Well, the thing is, like, around here, I can't get anything other than like the most basic supermarket tofu you can consider. Okay, this was actually very scary. I took a lot of damage. Please. Oh my gosh, more. I do get healed for 1 for each kill at least. get away from me. Oh, my dash cooldown is higher. Uh-oh, I got hit by a lot. Oh my gosh, there's so many. All right, help me out here, game. All right, we're fine. Get the kill so that it heals me. Don't die. Ah, this stage, huh? Don't envy Ryan doing scythe only runs? Tell me about it. Yeah, I got a tiny bit of ultimate charge now, finally. Some mana. Mana is unnecessary for us now. Any defense here? Retaliate, permanently gain +1 max HP. Guess that one. Probably not going back that way. Why not pick up the rocket launcher? We have everything we need. Like, I don't need anything. I might as well just speed run to the end. Plus, the whole point of this was to kind of go fast. There's really no point. Unless the only thing I would potentially fill that slot with is there's a spell that heals you. Bum, bum, bum. Ugh, that dash cooldown is hurting me right now. You gotta be careful how I use my dashes, I've realized. Go my bees. Bee something. Where are you aiming? My bees. Oh, hello. First reroll. Guacamole or salsa? Both, preferably. I don't even need that. I would say both. If I had to pick one, ooh, depends on the mood. Probably salsa, the slightly more often. I know, if you ask for both at like Chipotle, you're paying for it, right? Dun, dun, dun. All right, here we go. Bum, bum, bum. Rest in peace. All right. Every time you leave the elevator, pretty bad, pretty bad. You think this works with the bees? Let's find out. You think that'll work with the bees? It doesn't matter. Please nerf bees. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. There's more. Hello? Hello. Please don't spawn down there. Frustrating. Oh! What? Oh, you were aiming at the right thing. Never mind. Forgive you, game. Ugh. Bees unreasonably OP, run invalid. I'm putting it on the leaderboards. Low hanging fruit, you know what I mean? Food poisoning also free at Chipotle. They've had a few scandals, haven't they? Around that. I think I've only had Chipotle like once in my life. And I was like, yeah, it's all right. I mean, I just like burritos. And I don't want to make them myself, so it was kind of hard to mess it up is the way I feel. All right. Why aren't you dead? Bees. Wonder if you even like grab this stuff now. I don't know. 3 goldens. 627 is close. It was actually close even with everything we got, huh? We used to have cauliflower rice. We made homemade pizzas with cauliflower crust. It was actually really good. But now we have a hard time finding that cauliflower crust again. All right, we got this. Won't be a problem. You know what's funny? The bees were bound to my B button. What a terrible way to go. Just stung to death. Done. That happened in a movie? Was that the Nicolas Cage movie? I don't remember. Dial B for murder. Good run. I honestly, I started this one, so like, yeah, I'm probably gonna be dead because I'm gonna play sloppy like early on, right? But it actually went really well. What's the Y button do? 25 minutes, 24 seconds, by the way. All right, show some Grand Poo Pair love to everybody. Thank you, especially the mods. No Andy Guzzle Zanger and the wife, of course. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Mwah! Bye, everyone.